Welcome to the Intrazone Roadmap Pit Stop January 2024 edition. This is a bonus monthly show that answers that burning question in your mind. What's rolling out now for SharePoint and related technology in Microsoft 365? I'm Mark Cashman, Senior Product Manager at Microsoft, here to help set the ongoing record straight. This month, we get a primer on Microsoft Viva Engage. That team shipped a ton this past month, so we want to ensure that you have enough info about what it is and how it's evolving with recent updates, and of course, to encourage you to try out some of the new capabilities. Beyond the breadth of Engage community goodness, we will focus on everything that landed this month, a few related items, and the always fun teasers looking into next month. This episode is your 30-minute pit stop to stay ahead of that ever-curving Microsoft 365 roadmap. And now it is time to kick back, get informed, cover all the technology that rolled out in January 2024. We will start with the broad category of employee engagement, so we can see all of those things that we are doing for you to communicate broadly, internally, from one to many, and get all of that great engagement. First is in the area of wanting to be sure if things may go wrong. If they do, you now have the ability to test out Microsoft 365 Backup. It is now moved into public preview. And to give you the primer of what is Microsoft 365 Backup, this is your place to back up things with lightning fast restorability from Microsoft to ensure your business continuity. Your data is kept in its native format, encrypted, geographically distributed, and secured within Microsoft 365. Now, the Microsoft 365 backup capabilities deliver the peace of mind from a performance perspective, a reliability perspective, to give you the confidence that we will get you back up within hours, fast restores within hours. That's full SharePoint site and OneDrive account restore fidelity, meaning the site and OneDrive are restored to their exact state at specific prior points in time with the rollback operation. And in the future, we'll have the roll forward granular file level restores in both OneDrive and SharePoint. Full Exchange mailbox item restores and granular restores using search. So the FYI is this is a paid public preview. The listing price is 15 cents per gig per month of protected content. Once Microsoft 365 Backup has been deployed and is available for use in your tenant, you will see it in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center page under Settings. Two notes before we move on to the next item. During this preview period, performance and speed of web interfaces, initial configuration, and restores might be slower than expected as we begin to scale up the infrastructure to remove undesirable latency from our system. That's expected. The more you try it out and test things, the better it becomes once we remove the preview label in the future. Note number 2, backup for other Microsoft 365 sources such as Teams chat and other Microsoft 365 services. The aforementioned granular file recovery are scoped for post-general availability on the roadmap, but not yet part of this public preview. So take a step back and back up OneDrive, SharePoint, and Exchange. We would love to hear what you think about this service so we can make it better going forward. Okay, moving on to SharePoint Premium. This is a broader set of advanced content management services previously known as Microsoft Syntex. And this month, one component that the team began to release for SharePoint Premium is document translation services. So I ask you, parlez-vous une autre langue? Well, now you can easily create a translated copy of a selected file or a set of files in a SharePoint document library. You can translate a file while preserving the original format and structure of the file. This feature lets you translate files of different types either manually or automatically by creating a rule. You can use custom glossaries and models to improve the quality and consistency of your translation. You can also use the translation feature for translating video transcripts and closed caption files. And the good news, document translation is available for all supported languages and dialects. Note, through June 2024, you can try out document translation and other selected syntax services, now known as SharePoint Premium services, at no cost if you have pay-as-you-go billing set up. For information and any limitations during this period, there is a great article, Try Out Microsoft SharePoint Premium and explore its services. I'll share more about the broader SharePoint Premium promotion offer through January 2024 a little bit later in the related items section. For now, consider translating a file or 200 files. It's meant to support you at scale with content services that are at your service. Okay, we have got a slew of Viva Engage feature news coming up. And before we do that, I thought we'd play some audio of what Viva Engage is at its core. I'll be back in about a minute 20 to talk about the 4 Viva Engage items that rolled out this past month. But for now, here's a little bit more about Viva Engage.
Human connections are a key ingredient of an engaged and successful company culture. Yet, building relationships in a world of remote and hybrid work is a challenge. So how can you create a sense of belonging and purpose for employees? Enter Viva Engage, part of the Microsoft Viva Employee Experience Platform. Designed to connect people across your company through conversations, communities, events, and open sharing. With Viva Engage, your employees can have discussions with coworkers, build and join communities, get answers to their questions, share their unique stories and interests, and find belonging at work. Everything from connecting with company leaders to sharing best practices with first-time managers to creating a place where pet lovers can show off photos. Viva Engage strengthens relationships and helps build a culture of involvement in today's hybrid and remote environments. And because it is part of Microsoft Viva and Microsoft 365, it's integrated into the apps and services companies are using around the world to empower people and teams to be their best.
Now that you are all primed up to engage more on Viva Engage, let's start with the first one of 4 of the latest features. Number 1, new experiences for video and images in Viva Engage. The team is simplifying the experience so that all users can add videos and images into the existing feed instead of a separate area that was called Stories. This change comes from a lot of great feedback from our community to hone in and have only fewer places, if not a singular way, to add and post videos and images. With these integrations, we'll no longer refer to them as stories or as discrete experiences. We'll instead make media look great across all Viva Engage experiences. That means in Viva Engage posts or where they appear across Outlook, Teams, and Viva Connections. Anywhere Viva Engage posts appear, images and videos will be more integrated and streamlined with less context switching. Engage item number 2, an improved copy and paste link experience in Viva Engage when you're in the browser. This is improving the copy link experience. When you copy and paste a link using the copy link button on a conversation card, it then will render a short summary of the content. This resembles a lot of the great work that you've seen with document link previews, news post previews, and now Engage post previews. All common preview experiences make consuming content a breeze. That visual peek ahead with enough information to commit to clicking the link or not. Engage item number 3, community campaigns in Viva Engage. It's time to boost engagement within your community. Now, community admins can create campaigns directly within their community. Click the plus button, fill in the campaign details like hashtag, description, and the default publisher. Campaigns start as drafts, allowing admins to upload cover photos, set goals, and pin links before hitting the publish button. Admins and regular users can view all community campaigns by clicking View All Campaigns in the right rail of that community space. And note, community members are automatically followers of the campaign, and using the community campaign hashtag in posts will display them in the campaign's feed. Conveniently, when typing the pound sign, the hashtag sign in the community, a drop-down of suggestions relevant to the community campaigns that are available will appear so that you can pick them more easily. And the last Viva Engage number 4 item in January 2024 is the answers in communities. They've got questions, you've got answers. Answered questions make an organization strong in their knowledge management game, especially if you can bring the knowledge from the right people with little to no overhead. Answers in Microsoft Viva lets people learn from each other by asking and answering questions. Now, if you have a premium license, you can use Answer in Viva Engage in the communities that you are already active in. This feature allows you to see related questions, to avoid duplicates and save time, to ask questions with separate title and details for easy scanning, to earn badges if you're answering questions within communities, to track the question activity in the communities with the Answers Analytics and the Global Answers Analytics, and of course to reach more people with your questions through answer feeds and digests. The user interface makes it really easy to tell that it's a question with smarts behind it to find the right subject matter expert and, of course, to make it easier for them to respond and engage. And that was wonderful to engage with you on all the Engage updates, which means it is now time to move to teamwork. First up, SharePoint News for Email now supports custom templates, the tab settings. The broader news post to email feature has been a real hit. Not only does it make your email news content look nice, especially looking as intended as you designed it, it's proving to increase your readership, minimizing the fall off of people clicking an email teaser and then going out to SharePoint. And you can track email read metrics to truly understand the impact of your news post. So to be very clear, there is no going out to SharePoint from an inbox. The news post is readable in all of its full fidelity and details in email. Just read it there in your inbox in its entirety. Okay, so now on to what is new. It's really for the site admin. When you set a custom email news template as your site default, the Saved on This Site tab will open first in the News Template Picker, and your templates will appear before the built-in templates from Microsoft. We got a lot of great feedback in terms of configurability and what should be a choice to be able to see first, especially what you want your users, your people to see. If you put work into custom templates, then we want to honor being able to highlight your custom work first. Again, a lot of great details on how this works and how to set it up. And of course, hopefully the value is coming through loud and clear. Next up, Microsoft Search. The ServiceNow Tickets connector is now generally available. We are excited to announce the launch of the Microsoft Graph connector for ServiceNow Tickets. Now you can index tickets from ServiceNow, and people can search for these tickets in Microsoft Search and Copilot. Tickets is a system provided by ServiceNow for enterprises to manage and resolve IT issues efficiently. A ticket is a special document or record that captures details about incidents and requests. It's generated by employees or automated by your systems, which are then assigned to IT agents for resolution. There's a lot more details that you can read about the documentation and how this works so that you are very clear with the ServiceNow Tickets integration with Microsoft Graph through the connectors framework. You just head to the Search and Intelligence section in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center to get started. Again, a lot of great documentation here, and we're really pleased to see this integration with ServiceNow, specifically their ticketing service. Last, for the teamwork section, it's really just an FYI for developers. The SharePoint add-in retirement in Microsoft 365 is just around the corner. Since the release of SharePoint add-ins in 2013, Microsoft has evolved SharePoint extensibility quite a lot, and you may know this under the name of the SharePoint Framework, or SPFX. This enables you to write applications that can be used in SharePoint, in Viva Connections, and Microsoft Teams. With our continued investment in SPFX, we are now deciding to retire SharePoint add-ins. So starting July 1st, 2024, SharePoint add-ins cannot be installed from the public marketplace, also referred to as the store by existing tenants. Installation from a private tenant catalog stays and remains possible. Starting November 1st, 2024, new tenants will not be able to use SharePoint add-ins regardless of their origin, whether it's a public marketplace or a private tenant catalog. And the important date, starting April 2nd, 2026, Microsoft will remove the ability to use SharePoint add-ins for existing tenants. If your organization still uses SharePoint admins, FYI, they will no longer function after April 2nd, 2026. Our SharePoint development team absolutely recommends porting customizations to the SharePoint framework, SPFX, and you may need to ask your solution vendors to support you if you have an ISV or a custom solution, mainly to update those solutions so that they work great in the new model. There's documentation for admins. There's a lot of help and information about the retirement that's been posted for a while, and we thought it was relevant timing to share with you those dates and possibly remind you of those dates. All right, let's move into related technology. First up, Microsoft Teams, the Discover feed in channels. The Teams team is bringing you a personalized channel feed filled with people and topics that you care about, and you get the context too. You will see why a specific channel post is being shown in your feed, and you can customize the feed preferences by selecting things like do not show post from X person or X channel. You can also give direct feedback if a post seen on your feed is useful or not. This helps refine your feed over time so that the service can feed you in the most relevant of ways. It's an easy, relevant, personalized way to get caught up without as much hunting and scrolling up and down a channel. Okay, so I had mentioned that SharePoint Premium promotional offer, and so I want to dig a little bit more into the details so that you can get a sense not only with the document translation that's starting to roll out, but what the promotional service enables you to do. At its core, SharePoint Premium enriches, organizes, and secures content to improve Copilot experiences through services like document tagging to extract metadata from images and documents, manage and secure SharePoint sites and libraries, and protect and archive information across Microsoft 365, and more. To help you get started with pay-as-you-go services as part of SharePoint Premium, we're excited to share a new promotional offer that provides monthly free capacity for select SharePoint Premium services, which include unstructured and structured document processing, content assembly, image tagging, translation that I mentioned before, e-signature, and there's a few more little things that if you read the details. This promo is available to customers now through June 30th, 2024. To get started, you'll need an Azure subscription ID to configure the pay-as-you-go in the billing system. We're excited to give you a move beyond SharePoint Premium, beyond the disclosure and news, to get it in your hands, to get real use, and of course, to get your feedback in these early days. So take us up on the promo, try everything that you can, and let us know what resonates. Next is a reminder, the Stream Classic retires on April 15th, 2024, and all unmigrated videos will be deleted. This is something the team's been sending a lot of communications about, so hopefully this is not a surprise, but a reminder, Microsoft will retire Stream Classic on April 15th, 2024, and again, this means that any videos that are still in the Stream Classic service will be deleted after the retirement date. All your existing Stream Classic videos up until that point can be transferred to Stream on SharePoint, the new part of the Stream service, to take advantage of Stream's rich integration within Microsoft 365. To support your move, if you still need to do that, to move your content to the stream on SharePoint, we've created a migration tool that allows you to transfer your videos to SharePoint while also bringing over metadata, links, and permissions that are associated with your videos. There's a great help article and a link to the migration tool. A lot more details if you want to dig into what's been posted now for some time, and certainly to refresh and review all of the upcoming dates. The big one is April 15th, 2024, when we will officially retire Stream Classic. But let us end on an info-rich last related item, an FYI about the 2024 release wave. This is Wave 1, as they note it, plans for Microsoft Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform. This team published a compilation of new capabilities that are planned to be released between April 2024 and September 2024. This is the first release of Wave of the year that offers hundreds of new features and improvements that are set to fuel your digital transformation, both customers and partners. Now, I'm not going to drain all the details, and they really frame them in broader buckets, but I wanted to highlight 5 items from the post from our CVP, Mo Osborne. The first one, Microsoft Copilot for Sales, is set to deliver cutting-edge generative AI capabilities for sellers by enriching the Copilot in Microsoft 365 capabilities with sales-specific skills, data, and actions. Number 2, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Project Operations is focusing on usability, performance, and scalability in key areas such as project planning, invoicing, time entry, and core transaction processing. Next, Microsoft Power Pages will add interactive Copilot to support every step of building and creating intelligent websites. That's the design phase, page layouts, content editing, data binding, learning, chatbots, accessibility checking, and all the AI guidance in securing a site. You'll get a web guide and support all the way through your Power Pages creation. Next, Microsoft Power Automate is bringing Copilot capabilities across cloud flows, desktop flows, and process mining. And last, I highlight audibly copy-pasting for you the Microsoft Copilot Studio will bring native capabilities for extending Copilot, general availability for generative actions, and geo-expansions to the United Arab Emirates, Germany, Norway, Korea, South America, and South Africa. We're also introducing rich capabilities to integrate with OpenAI GPT models, along with new channels such as WhatsApp and software license capabilities such as topic-level import-export and role-based access control. There's a lot going on in the Copilot Studio space, and it's really great to see the initial details coming out. So if you like tracking what the Power Platform team and the Dynamics team are working on to get out soon, there's a great future in store. I encourage you to check out the full link to the article. I'll put it in the show notes and have it in our corresponding blog post so that you can read it in full soon or later. Okay, let us move to the near future. These are the 2024 February teasers that I will, for you, predict with high certainty just around the corner of our calendars. Here are 2 teasers for what's coming in February 2024. Teaser number 1, Microsoft Copilot Dashboard for Viva Insights. This provides actionable insights to deploy AI, drive adoption, and measure the impact of AI supporting your workplace. Teaser number 2, Microsoft Lists is adding the ability to add ratings, drag and drop images into a column, and to see who is collaborating with you in real time. Really nice updates to the user interface to give you the ability to create lists and collaborate on lists in the way that you want. That's it with this month's Peek Ahead. We'll share more details and other updates within the SharePoint Roadmap Pitstop February 2024 edition next month. We've added learn more links per feature, plus a list of important resources in the show notes and in the corresponding blog post that will be published to the Microsoft Tech community within the SharePoint community blog. I've hoped that you've enjoyed this Roadmap Pit Stop. It is time to pump the brakes, relax, and know that you are all caught up. If anything still leaves you scratching your head, open questions, or concerns, please send us your thoughts and comments to theinterzone@microsoft.com. We are here to put our and your best change management foot forward. Thank you for taking that step with us into the cloud month after month. This is Mark Cashman saying, stay Viva engaged on the roadmap ahead.